Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight we're here with the announcement that we all knew was coming. It was just a matter of time. I chose to kind of hold off and, wait for it to actually happen. Then we can have a conversation. So we're going to talk about Gypsy Rose announcing that she is pregnant and expecting her first child with her boyfriend, Ken. So I have quite a few thoughts. If you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so some of you might remember a few days ago, I did a video and I mentioned that Gypsy filmed a Get Ready With Me where she was talking about this photo shoot that she was going to. It was going to be worthy of hanging on the wall. It was a really important thing to her, a really big day, exciting, all the things. And she was sharing her wardrobe, which was very obviously outfits that you might think would be in a rotation for a pregnancy announcement photo shoot, at least my perspective, my opinion. And I said, things are pointing in that direction. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's true, but it did end up being true. And she announced today on all of her socials, and she put up a YouTube video stating that she is expecting her first child. Now, I want to react to her YouTube video with y'all. I am going to speed it up just a little bit because I value y'all's time. And as I'm sitting here editing this, I also see that she has linked her baby registry and is accepting donations from followers or fans. This is so tacky and distasteful. This is Gypsy Rose, somebody who has made so much money during her time on social media. How dare she sit there and link any baby registry? You do not need donations. You do not need your fans to sit there and buy anything for this child. Gypsy Rose has family in her life. She has tons of money in the bank. Ken works a full-time job. How dare you, Gypsy Rose? I just have a few thoughts. I have watched this once, but there are a few things that I would like to say about this. Now, as a disclaimer, I realize that having an opinion about Gypsy Rose being pregnant might not be the most popular thing to talk about with all the topics that circulate around online. However, I would like to focus on not necessarily her child that is not here yet. I would like to focus on her as a person, as a functioning adult, as somebody who is very obviously segueing into becoming a mommy vlogger. She has already said that she wants to be an influencer. What better way to get clicks aside from literally having a baby and exploiting your pregnancy? I'm here for, let me rewind. I am usually always here for people sharing their experiences. You're a consenting adult, you're going through health thing, new life chapter, whatever. I'm here for people sharing their stories. The reason that I hold back with Gypsy is not only is she an awful individual and she is being platformed when she does not deserve to be platformed. My problem with Gypsy since her prison release is everything that she's been involved in. I understand that people turn a new leaf, they start a new life, they learn, they grow, they change, whatever. But the problem is that Gypsy has shown how messy, chaotic, toxic, and cruel she is just in her short 6-7 months since her release. It has been nothing but a messy soap opera full of infidelity, adolescent matching tattoos, being messy, clapping back at haters, putting up social media, taking down social media, posting a video, deleting a video, talking about haters, talking about detractors. It's all too much. So why is she being applauded now? And people stroking her ego because she's announced that she is having a child with her boyfriend that she cheated on her husband with. They're expecting, and now it's like, oh, let's give Gypsy a round of applause. I don't think that everybody should become parents. And I don't think that Gypsy Rose is in a position right now or in the near future to mother a child. And I am allowed to have that opinion. Before I keep babbling, let's watch her video. It's 9 minutes, but like I said, I'm going to speed it up just a little bit for time's sake. Let's start at the top. 2 quick things. The video has 4.7 thousand likes to 3.5 thousand dislikes. The second thing, yes, there are ads on this video. She is monetizing this child already. She knows that people are going to click and watch this video, and she's going to continue to laugh all the way to the bank and use this child as a way to get people to be like, you know what, maybe people have been too hard on Gypsy. And I have seen those comments. Oh, well, she's expecting now. People need to, stop giving her criticism. It will stress her out. How about this? How about Gypsy Rose and Ken hop their asses off social media and focus on, we are about to be parents. Let's actually worry about my divorce. Let's worry about my mental health. Let's get some therapy. Let's make sure that we are prepared for this child that did not ask to be here. But we are going to bring a child into this world. I would think that step 1 would be, how about she gets off social media? Just an idea, crazy one, I know, but let's keep going.
So I know the rumors have been flying around for quite some time now, and I'm happy to announce that I am 11 weeks pregnant. Ken and I are expecting our very first child come January of 2025. We're both very excited. This was not planned at all. It was completely unexpected, but we're both very excited to take on this new journey of parenthood. I have already experienced the symptoms. When I first learned that I was pregnant, the first thing that I noticed was the cravings. So I craved orange juice. Orange juice was not something that I craved on a daily basis before. So when I started craving orange juice, I'm like, okay, well, I guess I just want orange juice. I didn't think anything of it. And so that was one thing. And then the next thing that I noticed was the hunger, an insatiable hunger to just eat everything. So I really went on a binge and just started eating everything. And then, of course, I missed my period, and I didn't think anything of it because I had seen my OBGYN and I had tested my fertility, and she's like, we're probably gonna have to put you on fertility meds, or at least something to make you ovulate because you're not ovulating on a regular. So I'm like, okay, so I had that appointment was a month out.
There are a lot of people speculating that this baby might not be Ken's, it could be Ryan's, and her timeline is not matching up, the math isn't mathing, so on and so forth. What I will say is the little photo shoot that they did and posted on socials, and it's already being spread around like wildfire. Can you imagine the pure foolery, if this child is not Ken's? That would be the clown of the century. It's bad enough that this child was conceived while she is still married, but could you imagine if the child is not even Ken's? Ryan Anderson is going to have a lot of proof to stack up against Gypsy when it comes to this divorce.
And so when I missed my period, I thought I was just having issues with ovulation. And it wasn't until I had texted with Ken, and he's like, have you taken a pregnancy test? And I'm like, no, I don't think I'm pregnant. I don't think it's that. And then I had taken a test, and it turned out positive. And so everything just made sense. But my pregnancy journey so far. So I have experienced crazy mood swings. Poor Ken. If he breathes wrong, I am just like, ah! Pregnancy is not easy with the mood swings. And he's been very gracious about it. He's been very forgiving about it, but good Lord. We were driving in the car the other day, and this is before I got my hair done, so I did still have brown hair at this time. But I was listening to music, and a song came on the radio, and I just started crying. And I'm like, why am I crying right now? Oh my God, this song has never made me so emotional. And it was Let It Go Let Her Go or something by Passenger. good Lord, I was just in tears. I'm like, I cannot listen to this stuff. I can't do it. A lot of the other symptoms that I've been having is mild symptoms, everything that goes with pregnancy. Now, morning sickness, I've been actually very blessed to not have major morning sickness. That's been amazing. So far, pregnancy has been a breeze as far as symptoms. I find like the tiredness is starting to wear off a little bit. That was like the biggest symptom that I had saw with me, is that I'm always tired and sleepy. So that's been one thing that I've been dealing with. The rest is completely manageable. Like I said, Ken has been very forgiving to my symptoms. But the rest has been a breeze. And the baby looks healthy, happy. I know it's still gonna be a long journey ahead, but I'm up.
I mean, if she's already screaming at Ken, can you imagine what the next 7 months are gonna be like? My God. I mean, I understand she's saying, oh, well, he's being forgiving and all of the things. One of the things that she does not understand, because she is so emotionally and mentally immature, is that having a child with somebody is not going to make them stay with you. It's not going to force a good relationship. It's not going to mend broken bonds. It's not going to keep a man or a woman. It's not like having a child is not a thing that just automatically locks y'all together, aside from legally speaking, where you're, financially responsible for the child until they're 18. But to me, everything is moving entirely too fast. Everything is moving so fast. It is so messy. It is so hurtful for the people that are left in the dust of Gypsy Rose. And I am shocked that this announcement came while she is still married. This would have been her opportunity to get off social media. People were speculating. Let them speculate. You're pregnant. Look after you. Get therapy. Do what you need to do to be a decent parent for what that's worth. Get off social media. Everyone would have respected her if she said, my time's come to an end. But instead, we're going to get another season of her reality show on Lifetime, because Lifetime is 100% willing to pay her to exploit this pregnancy. And we're going to get mommy vlogger content. Pregnancy content, then it's going to go to mommy vlogger content, while simultaneously Lifetime is paying her so much money to build this trashy soap opera that she has going on.
For it, I know that there are going to be people that feel like I'm not ready to be a mother, and I don't know if anyone's really ready to become a mother. I don't know anybody that said, okay, I'm ready, I'm doing this, I think in my experience, everybody that I've ever talked to, they're like,
all right, so the whole idea of saying that, oh, it just happened and nobody is ready to become a mother, I can tell you that there are certain circumstances that most people will say, I know I'm not ready to bring a child into this environment. And I would say that going through a really messy divorce would be one of those things. Having this really toxic social media presence, let's wait until that calms down and cools off a little bit. Let me make sure that my mental health is okay, because I was just released from a long stay in prison literally 6 months ago. Let me make sure that I am the best version of myself before I embark on this journey to become a parent. And then I'm literally responsible for keeping another person alive and healthy and safe.
Happened. And so I feel a shift in myself. When I found out that I was pregnant, none of anything else mattered. The drama on social media, the feud between creator and me and all of that drama just all faded. It didn't matter anymore. All that matters is making sure.
Okay, so if the drama and social media didn't matter, then why is it that you were so quick to hop in another creator's comments when they shared a TikTok of driving by your house that you made into a crime scene, and you tried to shame this person for driving by your house and saying that people treat it like the Grand Canyon? I thought that whatever on social media, none of that matters. Gypsy Rose is a pathological liar. And this proves it. Social media always matters because it is paying you to stay relevant, and you cannot hold your tongue, and you're constantly making a clown of yourself, Gypsy. For the love of God, seek help. This is bad for everyone involved.
I'm healthy, the baby's healthy, my relationship with Ken is healthy, and we are moving forward in a positive way. It's an amazing feeling when your whole world shifts. And suddenly it's not about you. It's not about anything other than the tiny little life that's inside you that you are now in charge of protecting. And that little tiny life is a baby, a little tiny human that's yours, and that you have to make sure that you protect, you love, you take care of, and all of the things that I wished I could have had when I was little. Here I am getting emotional, guys, sorry. All the things that I wanted in a mother, I want to give to this baby. You know, knowing that I am a mother now, and I'm happy.
She really knows how to turn on the fake tears and do this little, oh, let me look sad, let me look emotional. Anytime I've seen Gypsy Rose crying, she never has actual tears, and she makes sure that she looks at the camera. It's almost like, let me make sure that I'm still recording this because I'm going to put on my best act so people think that I actually have a little bit of a moral compass. Most of us see right through you.
And I just want to be a good mother for my child. I want to be everything my mother wasn't. Ken and I had a wonderful talk about the future for him and I. And we both agree that
step one would have been getting off social media. Shut it down and actually focus on becoming somebody that can raise a child. Because at this point in time, everything that Gypsy Rose has shown us, there are so many alarm bells, so many red flags, and she is so quickly choosing to exploit this child before it's even born. And I think that is on brand with her.
We both grew up in broken homes. I grew up without a father pretty much, and he grew up in a family where, you know, his parents got divorced. And I think
I think it's interesting she talks about her father, because and knowing that she has so many eyes on her, I would have thought it would have been, I grew up without a father because that is the environment that my mother forced me to grow up in. It kind of sounds like he was just off gallivanting with Christy and, you know, having other children. I don't know. That might be a little nitpicky, but it's just my opinion.
I agree that neither one of us wants our child to be in that kind of a situation. With that being said, it doesn't matter what we go through, him and I. Whatever we face, we'll face it together.
Girl, you're not crying. You don't have to wipe away your fake tears. We understand the gig. I want to talk about this. The whole idea of, oh, well, you know, now we're having a child, so we're going to go through everything together. No matter what we face, we'll go through it together. We're a team, we're married, blah, blah, blah. There comes a certain point in time where if you love your child unconditionally and you love them to the degree that most parents love their children, there's also a recognition of, if me and my partner are not getting along, we need to separate for the best interest of my child or my children. And that is okay. Facing everything and going through everything, like, sometimes it just doesn't work. And to make sure that your child has a good environment that they're growing up in, a true adult would recognize not everything works out, and forcing us to go through everything together is not in the best interest of my children or myself. And that is okay. Normalize separating, normalize divorcing if it comes to that. I would much rather have two parents living separately than my parents living together and being in a house full of domestic violence, assaults, screaming, yelling, not having any communication. But I think that you have to be more intelligent and more wise to understand that, and Gypsy is obviously lacking all of the above.
Because we have a baby now. We have something that's bigger than either one of us. So whatever comes our way, whatever arguments we have, whatever drama gets thrown at us on social media, we're going to stick together. We're not breaking, because we are a family now. And as unconventional as this relationship and this child,
yes, but at a certain point, people break to keep their children safe. People break to keep themselves safe. People break to literally save their own life or their children's lives, and that is okay.
they have came from, I couldn't be happier. And this is a blessing.
Gypsy Rose, you little fraud. You are a little fraud. Wow.
I found my freedom in a way that I never expected. And I'm okay with that. Everything that has ever happened to me in my life.
So I want to read a couple of the comments and then we'll close out the video. Someone said, you haven't even figured out how to be a fully functional adult yet. And you're on your second relationship since being out of prison. You're already pregnant. This is crazy. Someone else said, 11 weeks, more proof that you're a cheater. Someone else said, Ken will leave you. Having a baby just to keep him is embarrassing. I feel bad for the baby. Someone else said, girl, a baby does not make a man stay. Don't be foolish. Someone else said, we will face it together, but Ken dropped you because he didn't want to wait on you in prison. Someone else said, announcing this pregnancy while still being legally married to another man was definitely a choice. Next comment, in less than 6 months, you're released, divorced, in a new relationship, and pregnant. What's next? Buying Ken his own bar with your money? Someone else said, you couldn't even take care of a dog, let alone a child. You really need to heal. You don't need a baby. Having a baby for attention and an obsession with Ken will surely backfire in the worst way. Someone else said, happy to announce that you've given Ryan proof of your infidelity. That'll be great in the divorce. Congrats. Someone else said, a baby does not make a man stay. He already left you once. He will leave again. He left you at your lowest point while you were in prison. This is all just too fast, way too fast. You needed to work on yourself before bringing a child into this world. Someone else said, this poor child, you are one sick and messy human. I hope it's Ryan so he can take custody. No innocent child should be left in your care. Married woman announces pregnancy by boyfriend while still married. Society is doomed. So either way, obviously a lot of criticism in this comment section. She'll probably cut the comments off very soon, and she might even take down this video. Who knows? Because Gypsy Rose is messy and chaotic and all over the place, and you never know what she's gonna do. I cannot believe this. I've said before, becoming a parent is a privilege. It is something that there are so many people in this world that are in the best headspace and they're in a good spot to welcome a child and raise a child in a healthy environment. And then you have people like this. And I'm not saying that Gypsy should never have children, but what I am saying is that right now, this has so many bad warning signs written all over it. I hope the best for the child. However, I can see the transition from reality show to reality show while pregnant to maintaining it on social media to becoming a full-fledged family vlogger once the reality TV thing runs dry, because Lifetime will lose interest in Gypsy and Ken, and Ryan for that matter. They'll move on to something else, and then she'll rely on social media until she gets exposed, canceled, has enough of it, whatever. It's just too bad that she couldn't have made the decision that is in the best interest of her child to sign off social media. Shut down the social media. Let's actually focus on this little baby. You think, you're sitting here saying, oh, it's so important. Oh, I'm going to be a mother. But are you showing us that you're mothering? Because I just see you making mess. But that's my opinion, of course. But either way, that's what's going on with Gypsy Rose announcing that she is pregnant. We'll see where this train wreck goes, but of course I'm here to talk about it. So for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.